Why does it have to be a military complex? Why can't it be a military simple? Hey, this is Gaming Wolfen. I'm not sad. I'm glad that I got this trash bag that doesn't say glad on it. Haha. I want to leave this incarceration. Well, I need the weapons I found since there's a military complex with weapons in it. I must be close to those other 2 weapons by now. I try to get the earliest opportunity, and I think they're the earliest opportunity, but it's very possible it could be somewhere I didn't think to get them. This could be the case in many of the Doom mods I play, where I just miss wherever the plasma rifle is. And, I mean, I have enough ammo for the plasma rifle to be useful, so just drop one my direction, why don't you, please? Dun, dun, dun. Damn those infernal colonial forces. They just stamp their words everywhere. Actually, if they're from Planet Hell, what business would they have speaking English? All aliens speak English, anybody? I speak the English. That was real bad. Horrific bad. One super shotgun a day keeps Dr. Demon away. Dr. Amigo Demon. Sure. Wow. I think we could have seen that wall was openable. Though more surprising is when you shove a secret with enemies in it. Man, that always bites my ass. It's like, I thought this place was a safe place for me to hide in, and no, it's not. Oh my. Is that what the Mancubus is doing these days? What a weird asshole. Wait. Am I still... Oh, I was like, do I feel like I'm still bleeding? Then I realized, no, it's because I'm touching the... I touched the damn Berserk pack, didn't I? Da-da-da-da-da-da. When you push that button, you tell that chain gunner to fuck off because I was trying to fire a rocket at something else, you motherfucker. Gosh darn it. Now I gotta do this one. Yeah, you shoot him. I'll stay here. Oh, he gave up. That's too bad, Mr. Chain Gunner, man. Why does this rocket launcher look like it's just like someone put duct tape on it? Oh man, here you go. I just put this rocket launcher together with some Fisher-Price and Play-Doh products, and then some Elmer's glue. It's the perfect weapon. Strong enough to defeat Metal Gear. Ah, yes, Metal Gear. Wait until you find out there was an easy way around this, which is just to walk to the side and then realize there's another stairway right near you. Oopsie daisy. I emphasize I didn't mean to do that. Okay, once more. Oh man, the worst reason. But hey, look, you never know if you're not gonna have enough supplies to deal with the next level. Usually, in my case, it's not an ammo problem. It is a do I have enough health and armor problem. Usually, if it ever becomes an ammo problem, I'm gonna have to start tanking hits. Unfortunate law. Oh no. It's the little arachno demon things. Put some spiders to go with our spiders. Why didn't I see you there? Who knows? Hey, it's time for a Hell Knight shooting gallery. Well, this guy just sneaks up behind me like a bitch. She's gonna backstab me with its many limbs it uses to sever people. Or what have you. Now, if they're all from Planet Hell, why are the mechanical things replacing the things from Hell? That is the question I should ask. I mean, could the eyeball just be one Cacademon's eye, for instance? And who knows what the fuck happened to Mancubus. Because this death animation is extremely tall. It's like the tall... Somehow, its height of death animation rivals that of a cyber demon. When it is not that tall. My god. You shot the got gun. That's what I say to you. When I launch you in the face with a little rocket launcher in your shotgun, and you chain gun these dudes, and you tell them that they suck, and then they suck some more, and then you shoot them again, and then you shoot them some more, and then you bullet their heads in. You bullet them in, and then they die some more. I think it's safe to say I have succeeded in my bullet casings. Dun, 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 dun. Better than AI. Better than you, better than most people. I don't know what the fuck I am. Put on this earth for a reason, maybe. I don't know, but I'm gonna use it. And be cooler than thou. Hopefully get boosted by the media. Only in... Yeah, I believe I've mentioned this before. I wouldn't mind being rich. But I need enough to get by. And attention is just a means to get that. That's not my goal either. Although, more importantly, my goal is to make sure I can play more of these, so, yep. If I petition for immortality, it's because I want to play video games forever. Is that not the best reason to be immortal? Come on. Which is all good until the heat death of the universe, and then you're just floating around being like, where am I? I think that's the worst thing. It's not like people you know dying and being like some kind of lost figure throughout the ages. It's when your planet dies and then the universe dies, it's like, where even is me? It's like, yeah, you're immortal, but you've been compressed into a single pixel because it collapsed. Can you still think? What are you at that point? Magic? Magic rules. Oh no, the Revenants are here. And they still have homing missiles. In open areas. That's the worst. I can deal with them in closed counters, but in open spaces, oh my god, I'm running forever. Yeah. Give me fuel, give me fire, give me 500 bullets. I can only get 400 though. Damn. If you don't know what is your start, here's a painting for you. Here's a guy who's seen the end of the level. He knows where it's at. So that bang bang on the microphone. Please don't bang my microphone, thank you. Oh, yeah. Suddenly I'm gonna remember how to get that red key. Just let me work my way to it, okay? Get shotted. Oh no. Yeah, let's rocket these, if they're gonna be like that. I mean, damn. Blue explosion to the winds. To the winds I explode. From blue a blue cometh. Blue winds. Blue fit. Blueless victory. Blue ultimate combo. Blue Manjaro. Blue light. Holy blue. I could just go down there, but all this rattling in my ears is making me think there's some cicadas. Man. So, what is it that goes into my skill set? I may have covered before. But instead of skill set, necessarily, let's go into what might be instinctual or physically attributed to me that I may have honed incidentally. Such as my hearing. This game is pretty good about sounds where I can use my ears to kind of track down where they are based on another thing of mine, spatial memory. Where I can visualize where I think they might be, combine them with the map and be like, I have made the path! How about one that isn't actually relevant to games? Like, my sense of smell, since there's no smell-o-vision for video games, or VR yet. VR is nothing without sense, but do you really want that? I don't know. But, yeah, if you can eat food in VR, it's all over. I think that's why we can't really make it virtual reality, because then we'd have to somehow would somehow not be hungry from eating fake food or some shit. I think that's why I kind of find replicators in Star Trek weird. It's like, wait, what if the holodeck can just recreate experiences where it's not safe and they can possibly kill you? Or it's just like, wait, why don't we just give them food? They kind of extend the limits of what that means for, like, Voyager, because of the one Doctor also being hologram. Try to use his hologram to solve medicine. Like when Duke gets his lungs, like, removed by their technology, basically. They basically, instead of beaming up people, they beam up organs. And so, Dude beamed his lungs. It was just like, oh shit, he's not going to be able to breathe. So the Doctor's like, well, we just put him in a hologram where he has real lungs. Except I simulated the lungs, and they were somehow working. So then I'm thinking to myself, wait, if you do this with food, why the fuck do we have replicator, like, resources? So it's really, it could just be drawing from the same pool of energy that the ship has, considering it was like a survival genre, this Voyager. So that was just something I thought about. But yeah, my sense of smell, top of nacho. Top nacho. That's how I describe me. So if I make a ranking system for a game, I'm going to make my final difficulty top nacho. I think it's a great idea. Shut up. Actually, yeah. that would be like if I made a mod for Pizza Tower. I would call it Top Nacho. Where it's just about Mexican food instead. There might be a market for that. Not really. I find it weird that there's already, like, at least one fan game of Pizza Tower that's basically not really a fan game. It's more... I don't mean like a fan... It's more like they're actually trying to make a Pizza Tower-like game, but about candy. It was called Sugary Spire. And, yeah, I like to see stuff like that. Like, it just... It only seems weird to me, because I'm sitting there being like, where are all these Wario Land hacks? Because I really only found one good one. You would think Wario Land would be some of the easiest shit to hack. I guess I'm wrong, even though, like, people have been hacking Metroid Fusion and Zero Mission. What made it so hard to hack Wario Land? It's using the same stuff. Oh well. It really is just about interest, isn't it? Where it comes to people petitioning game ideas as trends, so that's all I have. Hopefully that comes out. Again, I might be a little tired of the Vampire Survivor genre, but that's because of one thing. It's not because of where it feels like you're lazy playing the game. No, not necessarily. It's not because it's probably going to take up the resources of PC due to the fact that we're counting to potentially infinite. No, it's not that. It's basically, how you describe winning such a game. Does it require winning? I think that's when I ultimately decided I would just play it just to experiment around and worry about actually winning it. I think that's the trick there. Yep. But for the most part, they're self-contained. They don't really have microtransactions that I know about, so that's good. And if they do, what would it do? Just make it go faster? Instead of pay to win, it's pay to win fast. Which I imagine some people do already. Although technically a lot of games are pay to win if you think, well, imagine if a game requires, like, you know, athletics, right? Like a motion control game. And then you use, like, performance enhancement drugs. Aren't performance enhancement drugs, like steroids being the obvious example, isn't that technically paying to winning? Think about it. Think about it hard. Never mind the side effects, because that's its own can of worms. Although I feel like if people are taking it in moderation, like, they should be banned from competition, but they should be allowed to live. Like, if you want to fuck yourself up, that's fine. Or if you think you're not fucking yourself up and you're, like, suddenly Adonis, okay. Because, well, exactly, because I feel like, why compete then? You're already you're competing in your own way without ever needing? Like, I don't know. I feel like a comparison at that point is nonsense when the obsession is clearly about yourself. So why do you need... This is basically a debate about narcissism. Narcissism is like, I need others' approval, whereas someone like, say, an egotistical sociopath would be like, I need no one's approval. And that is the reason why narcissism has more, people more empathy towards that, because, well, it can be crippling, because you don't want to have to depend on people, but it's how you affirm yourself, and it would probably suck. I don't know if I am that way. Plausible. I think it's safe to say, maybe yes. I think ego is correct. I don't know about narcissism being correct. At the very least, I will try to minimize my ego's requirement that you be subservient to it. No. I think a good ego doesn't lord over others, and for the most part, should be used as a self-improvement mechanism rather than as one that recognizes one as perfect. It should be recognized... An ego should be like, I can do better, not I'm already the best. That's what I think makes it alright. I think. Or I'm just not understanding how it's used in negative parlance, which could also be correct. I tried to take the good out of the bad thing. That's a hard thing to do. Shape the good from the evil? You try doing that. It's really hard. Not to mention philosophical and shit. Never mind. The metaphysics of morality. Next summer on Game of Plays, philosophy debates. They said Socrates couldn't do it. And then he thought otherwise. They said Plato was a weird caveman who couldn't see outside his cave. They said I couldn't play video games. They're all wrong. Every last one of them. Remember, video games don't require a degree. That's why so many people are doing it. To train a skill which you don't require a degree for. Wow. Isn't that like when you work out? Also. Like... It'd be like, oh man, don't you dare try being healthy. You need a doctor's degree in order to be healthy. Or you need to be like a mechanic in order to use a car. Or you need to be a computer programmer to use a computer. No. But it helps. It helps a lot. Hooray, a megasphere! I always wanted one of those. I fail to understand what the megasphere I get the gameplay point, but like a soul sphere, it's implying I'm absorbing a soul for full health, and then some. But the megasphere, I kind of find it hard to see what that's implying exactly. Like, what would the lore be of the megasphere? At least with the blur sphere, I can just be like, yeah. And I like calling it the blur sphere because it's easy for me to remember instead of partial invisibility, which really makes you more of a displacement beast than an invisible person. It increases your dex. It doesn't make you invisible. I believe that's worth noting. And people always diss that item too, and I'm like, no, it's pretty damn useful. Particularly when there's hit scanners, because it forces them to have to miss. Not that sometimes they won't hit you, because they can still do that, but it like lowers their probability of hitting you. Now it's a problem when you got like cyber demons firing rockets like anywhere, but that can also make them hit other people that aren't you, and for that you should be grateful. All I'm saying is there can be power-ups that are not necessarily the best, but still are quite usable to my advantage. I use power-ups to my advantage, I use the environment to my advantage, I use the available ammunition to my advantage, and if I have to, punch and chainsaw or whatever, depending. If I have to. That sounds like something I might have to do with Plutonia when I keep running out of ammo or some crap. Where the fuck am I? I don't know where I am. Where the hell is this? Holy shit, what the fuck? I don't know why he's haunting me from beyond the counter. He works at the drugstore. He's trying to sell me the THC. Holy crap, I don't need that. I don't care if it's medicinal. Yeah, speaking of weed culture, TM. Like, I get culture about people, like, doing drugs. But when it centers around just one, I'm like, I guess I could think about that way about alcohol, too. But they have the excuse of having different flavors and stuff. So I imagine, you know, we'd try to do that, too. To what end? I say. And I say to myself, I don't know. Listen, I'm very cautious about anything that's potentially mind-altering, since it puts my self-identity into question, first off. But I've realized this already happens with pills that I get for other reasons that just happen to have antidepressant side effects. Totally not the point of that. But man, does this shit make me antidepressed. Like, I can still get angry, I can still get sad, but now I don't feel like a sack of shit that doesn't want to do anything. So, what it's done is actually just improve my motivation. It didn't give me energy, however. That is my next thing I need to be able to do, so I can keep doing this for as long as possible. So, if you have any energy chips which are not chug of caffeine, please let me know. And yes, I know about ginseng and stuff like that. It's not my first rodeo with herbs and spices, although I'm not a druid. Or an herbalist, per se. But I like reading about herbs. Because, you know, I think to myself, well, if medicine's in some ways based off of herbs, maybe you just, like, make your own mixtures and stuff and be like, whoa, what's this medicine from the medicine man? Trouble with that is, well, do it yourself. And testing medicine is, well, it's already controversial, but it has to be done in some fashion. Otherwise, it can't be perfected. So if you die because of tested medicine, I don't know what to tell you, because it was more practice than mal. Wasn't it? Wasn't it? It was. So instead we test on animals, because someone has to take that shit. Sorry, rats. Why we test things on you? Don't know. Yeah. What explains our targets for animal testing, anyway? I mean, for medicine, okay. But I mean stuff for, like, beauty care products, where it's just like, why are you doing that? Like, if you test a deodorant on an animal, it's like, what? Stop. Or toothpaste on an animal. Definitely stop, because that's weird. No one talks about toothpasting an animal. Or maybe they do, and I'm not some kind of veterinarian. Oh boy! I can't wait for the liquid metal lab. Neither can you. You want nothing to do with it. Probably a cool aspect of this kind of whatever story arc they're trying to create here is, look out, here comes the liquid metal. Liquid! You know. I think I've failed on trying to do impressions right now because my throat will rebel against me otherwise. So instead of just sticking to my regular speaking voice, that's it. And that seems to quell the flames of verbal torture.